listen, we got this Red Zone app, okay? We need you guys to go ahead and download that. You say you love the Chiefs. You say that this is your team, but you got to download the app. This is how you get Chiefs news from me, from Blair, from Vahe, from Sam. Like, you want to really know what's going on with your favorite football team, you need to have this app. Check it daily. You get the notifications right to your phone. It's fantastic. Every story we write, you find out about it. Like, why wouldn't you have it?
How much does it cost, Terez?
It's free.
Oh.
It's unbelievable. Isn't that remarkable?
That
it's
price
free.
again?
Yeah. Free. Free. Let's go. Download the app. Hey everybody, it's Terez, Paylor, Chief beat writer for the Kansas City Star. And as always, I've got the rest of the A-team with me. Say hello, fellas. We're going to start this way. Blair, Kerkhoff.
Good evening, and proud to be part of the best dressed A-team of the season.
It is. You know, we tickled to slum it up a little bit when we tried to figure.
Oh, you guys!
Sam Mellinger. Say hi, Sam.
Hello, guys. Look at that.
Hey, you know,
Just
a little something I do.
Yeah.
Is that
Keep
the only
them
tie?
guessing.
Wait, it's my turn. Is that the only tie Sam has?
Oh, I've got a few.
I've only
I've
ever
got a
seen
pink
that one.
I've got a striped one.
All right.
I've got a really badass plaid one.
All right.
That was badass, huh?
It is. It's nice.
You bestowed that title
It's
upon
nice.
it?
On plaid.
Yeah.
You didn't buy it.
No.
The wife bought it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right. Obviously, the Chiefs lost this game 18-16, and I can tell you guys aren't very happy about that. Not a big crowd today, but that's okay. You guys can't believe the number here. It's not high. I don't blame people, though, man. This is a tough loss, man. You feel like you kind of go through the whole ups and downs of the season, and then get your hopes up, and you kind of lose this game. And it's the kind of loss they've had already this season. And it's kind of the reason all you guys have been so upset in some of these losses, because you kind of knew it could come back to bite you. And lo and behold, it did. So we're going to go through all that. And we're also going to say hi to our special guest. There's one Andy McCullough. Say hi, Andy.
Hi.
Hi.
I think I'm like, at this point, I'm fat enough where I weigh as much as Statler and Waldorf, so I'll just sit in the back and hurl insults at Sam.
That'll be a welcome addition.
I mean, I assume everything Sam says is an insult to everyone else's intelligence and all that. So,
Good.
no, you
Good
look
start
great though.
there.
Good glasses.
Thanks, buddy.
You jackass.
All right, good times here. We got the fellowship going here. Sammy, you're the resident Kansas Citian of the A-team. Please tell our readers the name of your column, your headline on your column for tomorrow.
The Eric Fisher hold game, I believe, is how this one will be remembered. It's weird, like this team, like over and over, like whether it's 2016 or 2003 or 1997 or whatever, like they have it all kind of fits a plan where they're good enough, and I do think this is a good team. I think it's the best team that they've had in years. Although, and I mentioned this in the column, now that they lost like this, that's going to be more of a slam than a compliment, right? That this was the best team that the Chiefs have had in years. But I still think
real
that's
flaws,
true.
by the way.
Yeah, for sure. For sure they have flaws, which we talked about all season long. But it's just, I guess the aggravating thing that people are feeling right now is that, once again, it's a team that was good enough to get your hopes up and then lost in such a familiar way with the inferior quarterback. And you had this team that they had kind of a narrow path to win and had to have everything go right. And a lot of things went wrong. And I didn't think the Chiefs played very well at all. And they were within, we'll get to the Eric Fisher hold, but they were within 2 points, obviously, at the end there. So many drop passes, so many mistakes. I mean, Charkandrick West fumbling, he just dropped it. I mean, he just dropped it. Just an unforced error. Travis Kelce had one of the dumbest penalties that you'll ever see.
Since his flag throwing penalty.
Yeah, but that one was funny at least. This one wasn't funny. This one was just dumb.
Maybe that's why you don't. If you want to get calls like that, maybe that's why you don't throw flags at the refs, because they talk.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's like any other fraternity, right? Like they talk to each other. Yeah. You're probably not going to get many calls after you embarrass a ref.
Yeah, and I guess I thought the better team won tonight. I thought the Chiefs, when they were only down 5 going into the fourth quarter, I thought they had done some smoke and mirrors, Bill Snyder stuff to keep it that close. At that point, they could. I don't know why Le'Veon Bell, what do you have? 30? Was it 30 carries?
30 carries, 170 yards.
He should have had 60 carries for 570 yards.
Right.
The Chiefs had nothing for Le'Veon Bell. The better team won, I thought.
I'll say this. There was never a point in this game where I really felt like the Chiefs were a better team. I think, like, you watch this game unfold, and you're like, wow, Pittsburgh's just better. Yeah. You know? They won up front, and that's what my story is about. Look, when it comes to January football, when it's gloomy like that and the weather is, you got to run the football. You got to stop the run sometimes. You got to be more physical. And the Chiefs weren't. You saw what a grown man offensive line looks like. It's Steelers, guys in white from left tackle to right tackle. They were moving you. They were creating lanes. And some of it was because of by design. I mean, the Chiefs never really put an extra guy in the box except when they really had to get a stop. And I think that was kind of a smart move. You wanted to make the Steelers go the length of the field on you, believe it or not, because if you give them the big plays, you're going to get destroyed. So, in a way, it was kind of sound, but the defense really did okay. I mean, it was you could they could have won. They could have won this game.
Kept Steelers out of the end zone.
18 points.
The problem is the offense.
Yeah.
The offense did not deliver. That's the issue.
100%.
Vahe, let's get into some of these mistakes that the offense calls here, man.
So we've talked around some of this already, but one of the things that really stands out, obviously the most sort of symbolic final mistake was Fisher's hold. But hand in hand with that now, in the lore of this game that will be known as the Eric Fisher holding game, it also needs to be the Travis Kelce footlocker game, because afterwards Kelce just came unhinged really about this. And to me, that spoke volumes to his immaturity and the lack of discipline they had tonight that was also a part of why they lost, a big part of why they lost, that there was something missing in the attention to detail, the urgency, whatever you want to call it. I'm not suggesting they weren't all out in the game, but there was something wrong there. And so Travis Kelce drops that pass on the next play, doubles down and gets the unnecessary roughness or whatever the right terminology was on the play, that shoving the guy over. And that they did get a field goal out of that after a 3rd and 20 pass to Macklin, but that what he did after the game to me shows his immaturity, right? And this guy is a remarkable talent who's always going to be a little bit of a trapdoor until he learns to harness that better. So I meant to talk about Eric Fisher, but I'm a little distracted about the Kelce thing now. Look, Fisher, we've talked about this a little before we started, but and probably every fan's seen this. It's a call you didn't maybe have to make if you're a ref, but he made it so you could call it. We'll probably all be able to debate whether it was the right thing to do, but until we know otherwise, I mean that's what this game's going to be known for.
Anybody else?
Well, even when they didn't get the 2-point conversion and they had a great special teams play on the kickoff. Eric Murray went down and had the tackle at the 5, and even the time wasn't on the Chiefs' side, but they still had a timeout and a 2-minute warning. And I told Vahe if I thought the Chiefs were going to win the game if they had stopped the Steelers right there and made the Steelers punt from the end zone. Mm-hmm. Chiefs had got the ball in the 50. They had just driven the 75 yards from the touchdown. I thought this crazy season with the goofy outcomes, I just thought maybe they're destined to win a game they have absolutely no business winning, but they couldn't come up with a stop. And Sam's column has and I know Pete Radoff has this tomorrow too, in one of his blogs, that each of these losses has a name, these divisional losses. I'll tell you the name I have for them. The Chiefs lose to better quarterbacks in these games. Yeah. They lost to Peyton Manning in 2003. They lost to John Elway in 97. They lost to Bob Greasy in 71. And who am I leaving? Oh, Roethlisberger tonight. And Jim Harbaugh is the only quarterback who you would think that the Chiefs would have had an advantage against when they had these home divisional round games.
They had Bono.
But that's right. So the Colts did have the advantage.
Added to that, look, this was always, we've all said this. You said this, Sam. I've said this for a long time. For the Chiefs to win in the playoffs, you're going to need a strong defense, a good defense, a dominant defense, one that you don't have to concede 170 yards to Le'Veon Bell to. And you're going to need a strong running game. And I don't think the running game was good enough. Mm-hmm. They had averaged like 4.4 yards a carry, but to make it work with Alex, the offensive line needs to grow up and get stronger. They've got to get better. In the interior run defense, again, they knew what they were doing when they went with even box. Like, they're going to run on you. But there are some teams in the NFL where they can go with even boxes and they're not running for 170 yards. So, there's some growth that's got to happen up front. This is still a young team.
Does this have anything to do with why you were saying all day repeatedly to yourself as you were watching the game? All day long.
Well, I was counting the boxes every play. I'm out of my mind. Like, what do you want me to do? I was counting the boxes every play. Sometimes Sutton will put 3 defensive linemen in there, but then there'd only be 3 linebackers. Sometimes he'd put 2 defensive linemen in there, and then there'd be 4 linebackers. Sometimes they have 2 defensive linemen and 3 linebackers, and then Le'Veon Bell's just licking his chops. And almost every time they did that, they got 10-plus yards. I mean, this isn't a hard thing. You just count the numbers in the box. So that's what I'm saying. Like, that was all by design. I watched it. I know what that was. The problem is your interior guys aren't stout enough to handle that. You got to have some bosses if you're going to do that. And, the plan where you kept them from killing you really deep down the field. But this isn't about the defense, though. Like, this is about the offense. And here's why some people want a better quarterback. Because a better quarterback that throws people open regularly, that covers up some mistakes. You just need a lot to go right.
There's a difference between, I think Alex Smith is better than a lot of people believe. Mm-hmm. I also believe he's not quite as good as a lot of people who work in the stadium claim. But the difference is that the 4 quarterbacks who are still playing, it's 3 Hall of Famers and the probable MVP. And those are guys who can cover mistakes and make up for shortcomings.
That's right.
The people around them. And Alex Smith is good enough that you can win with, but everything has to be running right. And it clearly was not running right today.
We have a question from the Peanut Gallery.
Hi.
Speak up, though.
Well, yeah, so they need a better quarterback, right? Hello, people on Facebook. I'm just some douchebag from Los Angeles.
Facebook After Dark.
Yeah.
Sorry. Fan would love it. Can they get Tony Romo?
Well, Denver will want Tony Romo.
There are a lot of teams that will want Tony Romo.
But do they? Is it possible? Because you're talking about good quarterbacks. There's not many. There's 6 in the NFL. Romo might be one of them.
They can do whatever they want to do. They could create the money to get Tony Romo. Sure, they really wanted him. How many people at this
You're
table?
welcome for that column tomorrow, Sam.
How many people at this table? Well, before we get to Tony Romo,
Sorry.
Andy, you grew up in Philly, right? So, how many? At what point did you know the Chiefs were losing this game?
What point did I realize they were losing? I think the second quarter. It had the the personnel is different and the offense is slightly different, but there's just something. Covering this game, I felt an incredible sense of anxiety because watching Andy Reid's team play reminds me of being in high school and watching Andy Reid's teams play. And I think Andy Reid's a really good coach. We don't need to, this is going to come across as bashing Andy Reid, but there's just a certain dread you feel watching his teams play in the playoffs because they do the same sort of things. I've seen versions of this game with better personnel, with Donovan McNabb at quarterback, for example, against Carolina in 2003. The Bucs game in 2002, which is one of the 5 worst moments of my life, probably.
Who was it?
Joe Jurevicius.
No, the corner, Rondé Barber.
Yeah. Rondé, yeah. Joe Jurevicius is still running somewhere in Philadelphia, and Le'Veon Kirkland is 30 yards behind him, trying to catch up because that's who you put on your slot receiver as your 300-pound middle linebacker.
Joe Jurevicius, a 4'8" guy, by the way.
That means slow.
Ooh.
He was quick, not fast.
He's never run that fast before.
Quick, not. He was probably gritty.
Gritty.
Yeah, he'll be starting for the Patriots next week and scoring 3 touchdowns. So I'd say the second quarter when you just realized that they were outclassed and they were gonna. It's actually a really difficult sort of loss because the team is good enough and well coached enough that they're going to make it competitive, and that's going to make their ineptitude that much more galling at the end. Here you go, Blair.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel that way. Just this team. They get your hopes up. They go 12-4. They think I thought they could win a game here. I thought they could get to the championship game, but there's never been a point where I ever said they were going to win up where the phones don't work. That's just different. You don't go up in the Gillette and win where the phones don't work. This team doesn't have enough to do all that. You saw why. Look, they can't run the ball. They can't stop the run. Honestly, when Derek Johnson went down, inside, I was just like, that's it.
It was a bad run defense, and then your best run defender is hurt, and you're playing the best running back in the NFL. It's a terrible matchup.
They were just pounding them.
Yeah,
too,
there was an inevitability, it was just Bell between the tackles, and he's gonna saunter up like he's buying a movie ticket, and it's just real nonchalant.
No, he's going for picnics.
Burst for 9 yards.
One of those times where I think all three of you guys at once said that you thought the play had been blown dead because he just stood there.
Yeah,
and it was like, no,
he did.
It was good
It's like he's
11
waiting
yards.
for a cab.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there. Oh, here we go. Right through the goal.
Checks
I
Twitter,
thought the Chiefs
runs for 8 yards.
I thought the Chiefs would defend him better than the Dolphins did, but that was not the case. He set the team playoff record against the Dolphins last week and topped it tonight by 3 yards.
He's different, man.
He is. He is different. But you made the point. The Steelers' offensive line, they probably don't get enough credit.
I don't remember hearing anything. I don't remember hearing any of the Chiefs' interior linemen making play. I don't remember hearing their names. Maybe y'all do. I remember Jarvis Jenkins and D Ford having a half sack, but I don't remember much disruption. I don't remember any tackles for
I remember
losses.
Poe batting down the first play of the game.
And Chris Jones got in the backfield and Poe batted it down. And you're like, okay, and then it just didn't
But this
happen.
isn't. Again, I don't want to bet. This ain't because
The
this
defense was
was
good
a
enough to
winning
win.
effort. It was fine. The offense is what let them
defense
down.
was
We
good
said
enough to win.
we said the same things after the losses to the Titans.
We did.
And the Bucks.
We did, and
19.
I understand why fans were upset because I felt like fans had a good feeling. I felt like fans had a good idea this was coming. That's why that frustration was so evident because a month out they could see how they were going to lose a game like this in the playoffs. Some of them could. I'm not trying to give them too much credit, but I'm just saying some of them did. And also why wasn't Justin March Lillard active? I thought that was the whole point of that. We didn't ask about that today. It was right after the game. We'll ask about that tomorrow, though.
Yeah, he might have had a setback or something.
Maybe he did. I don't know, but there's got to be more talent interior they got to bring in. I think draft wise, you would need to look at taking another interior defensive lineman, and you take an inside linebacker somewhere. And on the offensive line, if you can upgrade, get some stronger, just a spot here or there, some competition that never hurt anybody. So I'd be looking there, but they can really upgrade in a lot of places. This is just a team that, honestly, again, I'm watching this game unfold. I'm like, the Steelers are better. I just feel like the Steelers. If you watch this game, the Steelers were better.
Yep.
That's just how it goes. And Blair, we covered like Bell. They couldn't stop him.
And I don't think Roethlisberger had a great game tonight.
Ben Roethlisberger, what was it? I think it was, what is it?
20 of 31, 224 yards.
No touchdowns.
No touchdown passes.
And then
One
one
interception.
pick.
The pass defense was actually pretty solid. People are crushing Sutton, and I get it, but you have to make choices when you can't stop the run with an even box.
This was a much better game for Sutton tonight than New England last year in the playoff loss. I thought they just totally outgunned up in New England last year.
I think they're going to have to look at a running back too. Milan Meta says that. What's up, man? I appreciate you following us, man.
Yeah, you and I are going to talk about that coming up.
We're looking at number 3 from Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
No, number 4 from Florida State. There's going to be some guys here that need to be looked at because the home run threat from the running back position is one more. If you're going to keep Alex, the home run threat's important. Spencer's cool, but the home run threat's important. You got to get that now. You can win with the two, with West and Ware and the home run threat. All those guys rotating in. Well, there needs to be more dynamism in the backfield as well.
Jamal not that guy?
Well, he might not be back.
Right.
We don't know that. We don't know. It's certainly the way this stuff has been leaking out and it's been contradictory. That's not the stuff you do when you're coming back. I'll tell you that right now.
He should go where he can get paid too.
No, he's definitely looking for one more payday. Someone to give him some money. All right. We can't really talk about the quarterback enough, to be honest. I mean, I just feel like you look at a game like this,
How different do we look at his game if 4 balls aren't dropped.
Differently. That matters.
I mean,
that matters. But
through the ball he threw to Macklin on the 3rd and 20 was
fantastic. That was a boss throw.
Much of a window.
No,
and Macklin made a great catch, and that was.
Someone else dropped a really bad one too.
Macklin dropped one. Wilson dropped one. Kelsey dropped one.
So 4 really bad drops at least.
Yeah,
it's absurd.
So I mean, and maybe they score at the end of the first. Was it third quarter or end of the first half? I can't remember now. On Kelsey's drop, that was third quarter, right?
Well, I mean, but here's the thing though. Like, I still feel like, look, that was my story for today's paper. Alex knows this. Quarterbacks get judged by whether their teams win in January. They do. He know that. So you guys lost, and the numbers aren't great. His passer rating is like a 69 today.
There's also some of, like, if we're going to talk about the drops, and the drops were there, and the offensive line in front of him, got mauled. But what were we just talking about with those other quarterbacks? Like, they can make up for some of the shortcomings, right? And Alex just can't get there. And they're not paying him. Like, people talk about the contract. The contract isn't. I think he's like the 14th highest paid quarterback or something like that in the NFL. The contract is.
Yeah.
But my point is that they need to be better around him than they are right now.
I'm also thinking the 4 teams left also have a better running back situation than the Chiefs do right now. I mean, if Garrett Blunt's the worst of the 4, and you're talking about Ezekiel Elliott and Le'Veon and now Montgomery for the Packers.
Monte Freeman,
Yep, all of them have a better running, backfield situation than the Chiefs.
I would say, I think, you look at Rodgers, and Rodgers is, you put Rodgers in this game, he's avoiding some of them sacks from Harrison. I mean, he's going to dance in the pocket for 5 seconds and make a throw. Like, sometimes you need that a little bit because nothing's going to be perfect. Like, the other guys get paid too. I would agree. I think, Freeman's awesome. I love Freeman. I'd rather have this situation than, like, Montgomery, though. I think he's okay. But I think your point is, like, he needs help, though. Like, it's not, like, good enough. There's not like, enough dynamism, though, altogether. I think there's a lot of truth to that. There's something they're going to have to look at in the draft. If number 4 in orange somehow falls, but that's done. That's over. He was too poised. Someone's going to take him, as they should. This talk has been absurd. And if he does fall, shame on you guys. Because Andy would get up in here and coach him up, and
he'd be great here.
He'd be awesome.
We're talking to Deshaun Watson.
Watson would clearly fit this offense. I mean, from the zone read stuff to the you get here, he'd probably put on 10, 15.
It would take the year of apprenticeship well. I mean, he would want to learn. He would be a good learner. I fear he's going to end up with some team that's going to make him a starter right away.
That'd be bad.
It's not going to work for him.
He got to get with the right coach too. Like, someone like Hugh would be good for him in Cleveland. But pass rush, not a whole lot there.
We thought that was going to be with Justin.
How did Justin do?
Not great. The first time we noticed Justin Houston, he was chasing Antonio Brown, 50 yards down the field after the Chiefs failed to get a sack. You noticed it before I did, Terez. That was where they lined up Ford and Houston on the same side, and real exotic blitz package. Houston peeled off and ended up, as a defender on Antonio Brown, and Roethlisberger saw it. If he doesn't underthrow Brown by a little bit, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
And so Houston ends up making the tackle. But I didn't see him get a pressure tonight, and I don't know what his stats say he did. Got about
6 tackles.
Did he really?
No pressure.
More than I thought, but no
That's
pressure.
That's a good game for him. He's not 100%.
The way he played and the way they used him indicates that he was not close to 100%, but like 70% or something.
He claimed to be.
That's a lie, man. I respect him saying that, but that's a lie. That is not him at full strength.
Justin Houston needs to go take like a month off or something and just relax.
Yeah.
Start training in like mid-February. Yeah. Just go on a beach somewhere. Just go. Just reset this thing. Get it going for the OTAs, Just reset this thing. Because all these hurt guys, there's some work that's got to be done. And look, I'm not trying to like crush a 12-4 team. Like it's a good team, all right, but now the goal is the Super Bowl. They lost in the same round they lost last year. For a lot of our readers, for a lot of people who've been watching them, like that's not good enough. Like they're tired of this. They want to see these guys take the next step. So there's got to be some movement here. Let's go ahead and get to these questions, man. We'll get up out of here. Let's see. Vahe, talk about something, man. While I look for some questions.
Wow.
Old man football.
All right.
Hey,
you
know what? No, let Andy dance a little bit.
Yeah.
Andy, talk about something. Give us an update on how things are going in L.A.
They're nice. No one cares at all about the Chargers.
But the Rams they love, right?
No one cares at all about the Rams. In Los Angeles, there is one team that people care about football-wise, and it's the Raiders. And they're moving to Vegas. So for 20 years, the fine people of Los Angeles got to watch whatever the best football game was at all times, at the early game and the late game. And now they have to watch the Rams and the Chargers. So it's a very sad day for LA. It's been tough weather-wise. It rained like 2 days in a row last week. It got all the way down to like 55 the other night. Yeah, it was bad.
Sorry to hear that, man.
It's okay.
Did you miss covering the Royals at all? Did you miss some of the guys in the room?
Like some of the people on the team. The job's the same. There were things I really liked about Kansas City. Most of them Vahe related. But
I know I'm just the foil in this. The purpose is to take shots at others, I think.
No. It's good having a real columnist like Bill Plaschke to work with.
Oh, okay. Set myself up.
It's the fourth time I've heard that line tonight. By the way.
It's not. It's like the third. You can't trust a word he writes. Fake news. All right. You found the questions.
That's good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm just sitting here, so I'm not.
That's good, man.
Nice dance.
You're always going to be part of the team, man.
That's true.
Go lose money in poker now.
Here's a good question from Chris Clatterbuck. Why did the Chiefs use two defensive linemen so much in the first half? Thought they contained Bell better when they added some meat to the line. You're right. When you had 3 defensive linemen and 3 linebackers, that helped a little bit. But again, if you got to surrender some of the running game between the 20s, you'll do that. This is not a team that you can allow to just, you can put an extra guy in the box and stop Bell, but then you're getting single coverage outside.
You got to pick your poison.
Yeah,
with the
you do
Steelers.
you have to pick your poison. And the only way to beat a team like that, again, is by winning with an even box in the middle. The interior guys, the inside, they're not good enough to do that. They can get better. By the way, Ramik Wilson, 15 tackles a day. Team high, good for him, but he's flashed a little, but like these guys got to get better, man.
They didn't win, obviously. But do you think if the Chiefs are reviewing how effective whatever their strategy was tonight, they're saying we got exactly what we wanted defensively?
I think they are. Right? No one's going to say that in there,
Yeah.
but like Andy Reid basically kind of said, I think that, yeah. I'm trying to remember who it was. No, Macklin just said it. He was like 18 points. That should be enough. Macklin just said it outright. 6 field goals. The defense did its job.
Yeah, absolutely.
The average grade I gave him is a C because you lost. It's about winners and losers, right? But
Any given Sunday.
yeah. It's like I just made it up though in the Pacino voice.
He may or may not have said it, but we know the reference.
It's a very somber post-mortem here. Where you guys at with Romo, man? Like Andy brought up a good point. Would you guys rather see Romo up in here?
Yeah, but I don't think I think he's going to Denver.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see him here.
I thought Peyton Manning would have made a lot of sense in 2011 or whatever.
No, but
it was.
right. But like you think, like, would you, if you could pick though, you would pick Romo?
I don't know if I would go that way. I just don't know.
That's what the question is. It's probably not going to elaborate.
I think Romo's better.
I guess I'm silly for thinking I'd give Nick Foles a shot.
I didn't like that Jags game.
That Jags game was not.
I like that Colts half. I like that Colts half.
He was good there.
I believe Andy will be ready to speak to this too.
Yeah.
It's just all Terez's face.
Nick Foles was your guy, though, right? At one point.
If the Chiefs are willing to part with a sack of potatoes, they could get Jared Goff, theoretically.
Yeah, Goff is not getting coached.
But Alex Smith is the best option here. I mean, he just is. I mean, if you want to win next season,
Romo's probably better than option. The problem is he's going to get hurt.
Well, also
you can't trust that.
The better enough question, too, is part of that, right?
You know what they need to do? They need to draft a guy in somewhere higher than the 5th round. Take one in the 1st or 2nd round and legitimately develop him. Someone who doesn't have bad habits. Just do that. Try that. I would keep Alex here. You're fine. But it's time. It happened to Joe Montana. Bill Walsh brought in Steve Young. It can happen to Alex Smith. It happened to Brett Favre. And you guys know I like Alex. I defend him, man. I defend the guy. I'm just saying, for the club's long-term future, it's time to start developing.
Totally.
So you're saying that
100%.
What you're saying is the Chiefs should draft somebody so that
This is great.
the person who let me see if I get this right. The last person to throw a touchdown pass for the Chiefs that the Chiefs drafted. Does anybody know the answer to that?
Yeah, and it's great.
Dontari Poe.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I think since Brody Croyle.
Before that, it was Brody Croyle.
Before that,
Yeah.
Brody Croyle. Last player that the Chiefs drafted to throw a touchdown for the Chiefs.
Jake Johnson says, why was Sorensen in the box so much tonight? He doesn't tell. It's because they were running those 3 wide sets, man. And, look, they ran the ball at him every time. I mean, you saw what was going to happen. I mean, it is what it is. But, Sorensen's fine. Sorensen's a good player. Don't worry about that part. It was because your offense couldn't get nothing when they needed it, okay? Harm Williams, and he needs to give up the play calling. Agree. I'm glad I can entertain you guys.
It was the game.
I only say it 15 times a day.
Okay.
Harm Williams says Andy needs to give the play calling. Agreed. Yeah. I disagree. Let's stop. They went 12-4 this year. Are there some things you can tweak? Yeah, but let's try executing. Let's try not getting. This is A Team After Dark.
It has been.
Let's just try not getting your ass handed to you by James Harrison, right? James Harrison's 39.
I was going to say by 48-year-old
Right.
James Harrison.
Let's try that. Let's try blocking the 39-year-old guy. Let's try that.
I wanted to say that I honestly thought James Harrison was the coach. Because Joey Porter.
They are the same guy, basically.
They're both crazy. Yeah.
If you had told me Greg Lloyd was coaching the linebackers, that's as believable as James Harrison still playing at a high rate in the NFL.
James Harrison looks good too. James Harrison was the most effective edge rusher on the field today.
He
was great.
He was.
Lucas Straczynski asked, "Do we take Dalvin if available? People want that juice from the running back position."
He's my favorite running back.
Is he really?
Yep.
You like him more than Fournette?
Over Fournette. Yep. And the Texas running back Foreman,
Interesting.
who I do like, but not as much as Dalvin Cook.
You like James Conner?
I like his story. Love his
But
story.
you just don't know him.
I just want to see some more.
You like McCaffrey?
I like him as a return guy, a special teams guy, a Tyreek Hill type.
He's going to be a third down back, but somebody's going to try and force him into being a. He's ideal if you could just let him line up as a slot guy, and then he can catch passes. He does a little I don't know. I'm not going to make that comparison yet. Let me watch more tape. What would happen tonight if they had Jamal Charles, a healthy Jamal Charles?
Could have been different.
It intrigues me with the 3 weapons they got at the receiver position. That intrigues me a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why we're talking about.
That could be different.
That's why we're talking about.
Dalvin Cook.
Well, go back to that, Terez, if you don't mind. So, Jamal Charles, we're talking about on the premise that he's healthy. Why wouldn't the Chiefs see him as a possible solution for needing a guy like Jamal Charles?
I don't know what's going to happen. Just sometimes things run their course. And I just like the timing of some of this stuff, where it's contradicting stories and stuff. That don't happen with a guy that's coming back.
Sort of a bad blood kind of thing.
I don't know if I'd say that.
It's a disconnect.
Sometimes that happens and things run their course. And he clearly felt like he should have been activated. And since Marshall Lillard didn't play or start, maybe he should have. That's, again, something else you can ask. But, people are upset here. Brad Whiteman giving us doing a Trump impression.
Uh-oh.
2 weeks of prep for this game. Gave all the players the entire bye week off. Major fail! ! Yeah, that's the Trump school of tweeting. Let's see.
But we were fooled, weren't we? I mean, Andy's on the bye week. And,
the 19-2.
And I thought the first series, they certainly looked like this was a team that had worked on some stuff.
Milan Mehta asks, if Dorsey heads to Green Bay, do you think Andy takes on GM responsibility? No, sir.
Yeah.
He enjoys passing that off way too much. He's never responsible for it, even if he's got juice in this organization.
And that's what
he's like, yeah, that's on
Dorsey handles
Chris Ballard or whatever.
The whole thing
that's
with Chris
on
Ballard.
Dorsey.
At the end in Philly, he had that. I think that's part of what went wrong. And
he don't need all that.
A lot better now.
Yeah, he don't want all that. He likes having the juice, but not having the,
Yeah.
He can just say,
Dorsey handles that.
Get at the Ballard's got that. Yeah.
Dorsey will get that too.
Yeah. It's actually pretty brilliant. Like, yeah. He's been doing this long enough to know how to play it. It's actually pretty brilliant. Offensive leftovers. Hell no to Romo. Just draft a QB. Talk about why not Charles. Oh, do you guys see Poe and Barry back next season? I just want to know what you think, Sam. What you think?
I think they have to bring Barry back.
Thanks, Joe.
Poe is interesting to me. He wasn't that productive. And I don't know how much of that is his back. And if a lot of it was his back, I don't know how much that should matter, because as a 350-pound guy with a bad back, is that back going to get healthy? As much as it would pain me not to have the possibility every time the Chiefs get inside the 5 of an enormous man throwing a jump pass.
Are we sure he's 350?
So I asked him in Oakland after Hungry Pig Right, the highlight of this season for me. He's listed at 346, right? And I said, "Are you really 346? Are you bigger? Are you lighter?" And he said, "I weighed in at 344, like yesterday or something like that, like the day before on Friday or something like that." So,
well, didn't somebody
there is a
dime him out?
Yeah, a little contradiction in the locker room. Dontari Poe at 346 is about 40 pounds lighter than what Chris Jones believes he weighs.
yeah,
they've had some fun with that this week. I don't 380. I don't think
he's
so.
that high.
No.
Hey, if Watson's not available, Chris Lamar asks, if Watson's not available, any other QBs you like, Blair?
I want to see more of the Carolina guy.
I do too.
I just want to see more. I didn't get to see him. He's a one-year wonder. He just basically burst on the scene this year. So he's the guy I want to take a look at.
My friend Brian Millard says, where's the corporate champ? Is he making an appearance?
Well, corporate champ. We got a sneak at the corporate champ just a couple minutes ago.
Did you get a sneak? Look, here's the thing. You guys were pretty well behaved today. I was actually pretty pleased with you. It was reasonable. You were respectful. I didn't have to go there. I gave you a little warning. You listened. It's still the people's champ. I'm very pleased with your behavior today. But you did get the corporate champ, though. This is the original corporate champ right here. Nobody incites the people like Andy McCullough. I'd just be doing a bad impression. It just wouldn't fit.
I'm the best heel in the business.
You are a great heel.
I was born to play a heel.
You were. So, yeah, I'd be faking it a little bit.
They say that a good wrestling gimmick is yourself turned up to 11. I think me, it's like turned down to like 7 or something.
Yeah, I think people believe that the heel turn is real, though. I don't think that they're thinking that, that's an act. I think they got it. I think you sell it.
I'm really good at it. It's like I wish I wasn't. I wish I was good at being a nice person.
Like you.
It would make my life a lot easier.
I love when you frame the tweet, you quote the tweet, and you mock it. It's pretty good.
Bad. I don't do that all the time.
I mean, it's literally true that you don't do it literally. Like you're not doing it right now.
I would say I do it out of like 1 out of every 25 to 30 like mongoloid level. people saying like Clayton Kershaw's bad at baseball, like that sort of stuff. I don't know. I have bad impulse control. I wouldn't trust someone who can't run a Twitter account to do a serious job. I would say that much.
Good question from Mitch Taylor. Is Chris Conley ever going to be a legit threat? Now, a lot of people at this table like Chris Conley. What do you guys see here?
Well, what's a serious threat? Like, I think he can be
a number 2 receiver.
Yeah, a number 2 receiver, which is what they ask him to do here. And let's be honest, at this point, he is their 4th option in the pass game behind Hill, Kelsey, Macklin.
Yeah, I'd put him 4th. Had a nice 4th down catch today.
Whichever running back they draft today. All right. So that's all the questions we got for today. Fellas, it's been a great season. So quick closing thought, couple sentences, call it a day. We'll start with Blair again.
I thought they'd win tonight. I thought the Chiefs were going to win this game. I heard some of you guys talking earlier that you thought the Steelers were a better team. I thought the Chiefs were the better team coming into this thing. There's no way to think that after watching this game. The Steelers picked up some momentum against Miami, and I give them a good shot to beat the Patriots next week.
So this is going to be remembered as the Eric Fisher holdout, and that's not entirely fair for a lot of reasons, including, and I listed a bunch of them in my column, but including the fact that if that's not called, it's only tied. The Chiefs aren't up. The Steelers still have 2:43, 3 timeouts, the 2-minute warning to get a field goal. So it's a little bit unfair, but that's how it works. And I think everybody in that locker room understood that, and that's why there was a lot of anger from Travis and some other guys too. But other than that, sincere thanks for everybody for following along. It's been fun. This isn't goodbye. It's see you soon.
I'm just left with the sad thought for fans that 2-6 in home games ever in the postseason for the Chiefs. 2-6, and that's just sad. That's painful in a different way. And then just to echo Sam's point, and Blair said it too, we've really enjoyed doing the podcast and the whole A-team concept, and grateful for the support and that so many people have taken interest. And even on this night, thanks for being with us.
Andy, you want to say anything to the people that you abandoned?
Hello. Thank you guys for having me on. This was fun. I miss coming in and ruining your podcast every week. But this was nice. So thank you for having me on. And follow the coverage on the Red Zone app.
Oh, my man.
How about
that? My man been listening.
How much is it, Andy?
Oh, it costs money now? It's free
there we go.
on the Red Zone app. The True Blue app. Is that what it is? Right?
Still is.
Yeah.
Still is. True Blue.
True Blue app. KansasCity.com/sports. /Chiefs possibly as well.
All right. Well, I just want to say for all of us, we've all said it, but thank you so much. So many of you guys keep coming back week after week. I love these guys. We have a great time together doing it. But part of the reason is because you guys seem to enjoy it too, This has been a lot of fun. It's one of the fun things we get to do in our jobs. And, obviously for a lot of reasons, we appreciate you guys watching and following us. So thank you. We hope to build on this, keep getting better. And just because the season's over does not mean there will not be Chiefs content. You still got to download the Red Zone app. You still got to go to iTunes, like us on SportBeat KC, all that, help us out here. It's draft season now, so in a lot of ways, I'm actually just turning up. I'm so embarrassed by that. But you know what? As Andy Reid would say, hey, you got to be who you are, right? Right back. I'm being who I am. I love what I do. So, look, there's going to be a lot of Chiefs content, man. There's going to be a break, too. There will be vacation time. It's been a long season. But again, thank you guys, and remember, do all that stuff I asked you to do. See you guys later. Take it easy. All right. Thanks again.